Hey, I'd like to welcome you to another episode of the Mission Matters Money Podcast, your source for all things money. My name is Adam Torres. You can follow me on Instagram at AskAdamTorres to keep up with my book releases, book tour schedule, signings, all that other good stuff. Always love to connect with you there. And as always, if you'd like to apply to become a co-author of one of my upcoming books, just head on over to the website, missionmatters.com, and click on Become an Author to apply. All right, so today I have Ian Mayer on the line. He's a certified master inspector and president over at I Am Home Inspections. Ian, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Adam. It's great to talk to you.
Oh, man, so I'm excited to have you on the show. I was telling you in the pre-show warm-up, I was saying, sometimes we get, and I'm appreciative for it, but we get the investment guy on here, we get the real estate agent, we hear a lot of other parts of the real estate deal, but not always do I have the opportunity to talk to somebody that's doing the inspection, the one that's making sure that that people know what they're getting, so to speak. So just to start out with, I want to, for those that haven't done a bunch of deals or aren't quite familiar, let's go into what you're doing over at I Am Home Inspections and what that entails, please.
All right. Well, an inspection is an important part of any real estate transaction because that's the so-called boots on the ground. That's where you're getting someone in the house who's going to go through the house with a fine-tooth comb. We're looking at the roof, we're looking at the foundation, electrical, plumbing, heating, air conditioning. We're getting in the attic, we're getting into the crawl space. We're testing everything, making sure everything works, determining how old it is. Is the water heater on its last legs? Is the air conditioning working? All the real important stuff, the real nitty-gritty that sometimes gets overlooked in the romance of buying and selling a house.
So I know that you're really big on the education piece, and that one of your goals as a company and one of the things in your company culture is really the idea of educating the client or the buyer. Tell us a little bit more about the education piece and what that means to you.
Yeah, because a lot of people think the inspection is just, we're just going to go through and just point out what's wrong with a house, which obviously is a big part of what we do. But I also realized early on, a lot of people don't know anything about a house. They don't know the difference between the gas meter and the water meter, an electrical panel, and a thermostat. A lot of what we do is just document all of that. Here's where things are. Here's what it looks like. And also proving things are working, because if you have, like, say, a home warranty claim, someone's down the line, a lot of times the home warranty company, we want to see a report because we want to see proof that the inspector said it worked at the time. So a lot of it is not just going through the house and going, yeah, this is wrong, blah, blah, blah. That's essentially what we're getting paid for. It's to educate everybody about what is the house and what are the different components of the house and how it all works together.
Let's talk about the technology component of what it means to complete a proper inspection. Tell us a little bit more about what goes on in the back end.
The technology part is pretty important part. I mean, a lot of people think, well, you're a home inspector, you're just some guy with a ladder and a screwdriver and a flashlight. But no, there's a lot of technology on the back end of it, and that's how we're able to produce really detailed educational reports. Obviously, we have scheduling software that keeps track of where the inspector is supposed to be, at what time, if the contracts are signed, and if they're paid. And then we have software. We go around and we take a lot of pictures, and it goes into a software program, and then it produces the end result, the report that you see. And it is actually very high-tech on the back end. But that's also how we're able to walk them through a house in 2-3 hours, take 80, 100, 200 photos, and then, less than 24 hours, usually the same day, you've got a full report, like with all this amazing detail and all these amazing photos and how it all lines up and how it all works together.
Yeah, I think, so from my end, I mean, for the properties I bought and thinking about, like, the inspection piece, that every single time I learned something new about the property I wouldn't have seen. I mean, your eyes, just from doing, how many, I'm just guessing on my end, how many inspections have you done so far in your career? Roughly. I know you do a lot, though, roughly. I know that's a broad question. I'm just, ballpark it for me, please, Ian. I know that's a curveball.
Yeah, I don't know. I personally am probably around 1,500.
That's so. Just throwing this out there, and I try to tell people this all the time. It's like the specialist that you want to hire, the thing that you want to do. I mean, there's no way that somebody else. I don't care if you've been in real estate for 10 years, 20 years, whatever. You have not looked through 1,500 homes. You have to be doing that day in, or properties, I should say. You have to be doing, and not the way you are, crawling through spaces, doing all the other things like that. Like you want a solid inspector and a solid company to be behind. Essentially your report to help you along that decision. So I always like seeing how many. I'm like, man, 1,500, that's a lot. So Ian, that being said, what type of properties do you specialize over at I Am Home Inspection? Just so that the people listening, a lot of business owners, entrepreneurs, executives, real estate professionals listening to this right now. Is it commercial? Is it residential? Is it both? I mean, just give us a feel for your practice and your geography area that you like working in, please.
We are primarily residential. I do some commercial on a case-by-case basis, but I mean, there's enough residential houses in Los Angeles to keep us plenty busy.
Mm-hmm.
And we do everything from old homes, 1910, 1920s, all the way up to brand new construction. And I would definitely say brand new construction needs an independent inspection too, because brand new homes have all sorts of things that get overlooked by builders and city inspectors. In our service area, I mean, right now we're pretty much San Fernando Valley, Santa Clarita Valley, Conejo Valley, but we are definitely serve all of the city of Los Angeles and all the surrounding areas. And, we're
awesome.
growing and expanding, so.
No, that's great. So, Ian, if somebody's listening to this and they want more information or to connect, I mean, what's the best way for them to follow up?
You can call our office at 818-298-3405. That's 818-298-3405. We have an extensive website with blog articles and lots of educational information at imhomeinspections.com. That's the letter I, the letter M, homeinspections.com. And then we're on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, every social media out there.
No, I love it. It's great stuff. Well, hey, Ian, been great having you on the show today. Thank you for educating us more on what you do as an inspector and also the importance of it in the whole real estate process. So thank you for that. And to the audience, as always, thank you for tuning in. Hope you got a lot of value out of this. If you did, don't forget to subscribe to the podcast, leave me a review on the Apple iTunes Store. If you're watching this on our YouTube channel, Mission Matters Money, definitely give us a subscribe there, but also leave us some comments in the comment section. I mean, love to know what kinds of things and projects you're working on. And Ian, thanks again for coming on the show.